Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be tackling another issue of the Build the Delorean series by Eagle Moss that I've been working on. This is going to be issue number 23. We've got the engine mostly assembled at this point, hopefully, and these are the pieces we're going to be adding today. As usual, I've got my screwdriver that came with issue number 10, and the original that came with issue number 1, along with my trusty tweezers. So let's get started. I'll be working on the engine more today. I don't know how many more issues we have of this engine, but I'd really like to put it in the car here pretty soon. So hopefully that's coming up. That's the build we're going to be going through in this issue. An issue on the engine. Very appropriate. For those that don't know, the engine in the Delorean was not great. One of the reasons it didn't perform very well. And then a little issue on plutonium. So not a whole lot going on in this issue. And then looks like we got more nuts and bolts for the engine again in the next issue after that. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, it looks like we're going to be having this little piece right here. It looks like that's going to go maybe right there. That's what it looks like. We've got these two sections here, which are these, and the two holes. So I don't think this can really go anywhere else other than right there. And we're going to be putting it in with 2 AM screws. Looks like the screwdriver from issue number 1 is smaller, so I'm going to start with that one. See if I can get these suckers in there. I'm a little hesitant to put too much pressure on the engine at this point because generally we've been dealing with a lot of metal pieces on this project, but over the past few issues we've been adding all these itty-bitty little plastic pieces, and I don't want any of them to break. Try and put this in as daintily as we can. Okay, so there's that piece. It looks like we've got another step here that's off the engine, and we're going to be messing with looks like this piece, based on this little nubbin right here that's in the diagram. And then it looks like it's going to be going into this piece just like that. Looks like only one screw holds this together. I'm guessing that these two holes up here are going to need to line up. So that's how we're going to put it together. And I don't think I'm going to make this one super tight, because I've just got a feeling that we're going to have to loop this around something. So we'll see what happens here. One AP screw. Okay, for now I'm going to leave that a little loose so that I can still move it like this if I need to, because I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go in. So that's where I'm going to stop at that one for right now. And then it looks like it's going to go on right here in the holes for the piece that we just put in. Like so. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and screw it in there, and then once it's in, I'm going to tighten this screw. And that's going to be AP screws as well. Yeah, so it looks like that's going to be step 3 and step 4, is to just wrap it around this thing. So let's see how well we can pull that off. Both AP screws again. So I'll just get out 2 of them. It says to do the outside one first. So we'll just start with that. Now again, there's a danger here that this can move quite a bit, and we might need it to move to line it up to whatever it is it's going to go on to next. So looks like we've got in step 5 here, we're going to be linking it to something, and then it will no longer be able to move. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave both of these loose for right now, so that I can maneuver the piece exactly where it needs to go before I tighten it up. So just kind of get those in there so it stays secure, but that I can still move it, like so. So it's got a little bit of movement there. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten this one, now that this piece is where it needs to be. And again, these are plastic pieces, so I don't want to push too hard. Okay, the next piece is this thing. It looks like it should go on just like this. Okay, I see. Okay, so we've got one screw hole right here on the side of the engine. This piece is going to go in the little knob there, and then the other side is going to go in there. Let me put that right over the knob. It looks like that thing was already pretty much exactly where I wanted it. So we'll go ahead and make this one tight, and then we'll tighten the other 2 from the previous steps. And that's going to be an AM screw. Looks like I got it in there. I'm going to go ahead and make that tight because I'm sure that's where that piece needs to go. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and tighten the other two from the previous two steps, now that this thing's in place. Okay, that feels like it's pretty secure. Okay, next step. Looks like we're going to be turning the engine around. And we're putting the dipstick in. Looks like it's supposed to go through this section right here. And then into this hole at the very bottom here. That looks correct. Kind of wondering exactly how this is supposed to stay secure in here when there's no screw holding it in. I'm going to take my little tweezers and see if I can get it in the screw hole. If not, I'm probably just going to have to glue it. Okay, well that seems like it's in there. So yeah, hole right here, and out the first rung, according to the diagram. Looks correct. So, step 6. Looks like it's going to be this one. If I had to guess, we're putting one on each side of this thing. So this little piece is going to go right here, and then we're going to have one on the other side. That's going to be a, according to the diagram, it's a DM screw, which they didn't even provide us with. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. So yeah, we're going to have 4 DM screws for this one. Sounds like the kitty cat is enjoying the plastic wrap. Okay, this one seems a little loose for screw number 1 here, so we're going to try and go with screw number 10. See if that makes a difference. Having to push pretty hard here, but this bottom section is metal, so I'm not quite so worried. Are you filming the cat? He always seems to find his way into my YouTube videos. He'll probably probably be in the next one too. And he gets even more plastic to play with. Okay, so there's that piece. And then we're basically going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Push pretty hard on these to get them to go in. Still loose. Go back to screwdriver number 1, see if we have more luck with that. Okay, got it. And it looks like that's going to be it for this episode. So, this is what your finished engine should look like so far. We've added these 2 pieces and all these little pieces in here. And that's pretty much all we did. Oh, and the dipstick on the other side. As you can see, we got some tubes that are coming out of their little sockets up here. I'm thinking that before I actually put the engine in the car, I'm just going to glue all these so they stay in place. But I'm going to worry about that later. So, anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.